Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games, and this is just a channel update video, but I'm going to be going over quite a bit of information here as to what is going to be going on as the end of the year approaches. So, for those of you who have seen these kinds of videos before, you know that I have a document where I just sometimes will keep little notes for myself as to what is going on. This is that document as of today, December 10th, 2018. So first, let's go over campaign series that I currently have going on the channel. For just Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich alone, I have got an American Union State, actually really it's Commonwealth of America run under Pelly happening, MacArthur's America where I went the American Caesar route, a Pacific States of America run, which is probably going to go until 1952 unless there's a crash or some horrible lag or something, because I want to do all the elections. Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich Combined Syndicates of America campaign, that's the one where I have Norman Thomas in charge right now, and at the end of all the songs I'm doing some like classic folk songs, ones of the IWW or Woody Guthrie, that kind of stuff. We've got the Union of Socialist American States, aka Foster's America, which a lot of people got upset over because they wanted Browder instead, for no other reason than it rhymed with louder. Then we've got Hearts of Iron for Moe Reich, Indian Empire campaign going, the Hearts of Iron for Equestria at War River Republic, the Hearts of Iron for Equestria at War Nimbusia campaign, that's the one with the Greek ponies. CK2 Holy Fury, I'm still doing the Reconquista run with the best starting character ever, it seems. And then I've got my Stellaris Custom Civs campaign. Those I think we're still going daily, even towards the end of my finals week, because I was able to record those pretty quickly since they're only about 5 minutes each, 5 to 10 minutes. And that's the one that's going to lead up to the big Stellaris free-for-all campaign. Obviously, this is a huge amount of campaigns to have at the same time on the channel. It's definitely the most that I've ever had. I'm trying to narrow it down. I've actually already finished MacArthur, for example. Like even that last one is uploaded, and I don't know when you're watching this, but it should go up. The last episode of that campaign should go up a few hours after this video does. So that's only going to be one thing that I got to knock out. The Reconquista, I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but I'm pretty close to the end of the River Republic and the Nimbusia campaign. But the reason why I've got so many of these series going on at the same time is because they all updated within about a month of each other. Kaiserreich, Moe Reich, Equestria War, Holy Fury, and Stellaris. So I had a ton stacked on me because I felt obligated to do all of that. But it's going to be my goal that by the end of the year, I'm going to have all of these completed. The one exception being probably actually there might be two exceptions. The Pacific States of America, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull that off by the end of the year. Same with the Combined Syndicates of America. The Pacific States one is because I'm taking the game until 1952, so that's going to take a very long time. And the Combined Syndicates of America is because, actually it's going to, never mind. And then the Combined Syndicates of America, those won't always take longer because I've got to record the song I put at the end of the episode, and then I have to edit it on. And I'm going to come back to that concept later. So let's talk about, though, what I'm going to do once I've got all these knocked out. Now, I have here my future series list, not in order. Those of you who've seen my channel update videos before know that a lot of these things on here have been on this for like maybe even over a year. Something could be on this list. Or even longer than that. So for example, my Russia and Kaiserreich, when the decisions get implemented, this has been on the list ever since my Russian Republic Kaiserreich campaign that I did. I don't even remember how long ago, and I said that I wanted to try it again when decisions got implemented because decisions didn't exist yet in Kaiserreich. And you know, so there's not really a ton of decisions, though, for Russia, and I'm not sure they're ever going to add any compared to what they might have. So this might actually be something that never happens, for all we know. But just to get a sense of like how this list works, this is mostly just me brainstorming things that I want to do. First thing is that once I've got all these Kaiserreich campaigns done, except for maybe the Combined Syndicates of America, because again, that one takes a little while, I want to return to only doing one Kaiserreich campaign at a time, just so they can be finished faster. And so I could, more importantly, do other things, because I've got subscribers that are not here just for Kaiserreich. Having said that, one you can look forward to in the future at some point is I want to do Kaiserreich Ireland, which actually, just like with Russia, I've technically played that before. Go check that out if you haven't. My co-op campaign that I did with Gur where I was Ireland and he was the United States. Super fun campaign. It's definitely one of my favorites ever. So I want to get that done at some point. I'll just go down this list in order, but again, this is not necessarily the order of release. I want to do an Umayyad campaign because I want to spend more time in medieval Iberia, and I want to play a Muslim at some point because I actually don't have any video footage of me on the channel of me playing a Muslim campaign, and they're interesting. They've got their own mechanics, and I have a really fun concept that I want to do with this, but I don't want to get into it right now. CK2, History of My Blood. This is in all caps because this is going to be something I'm going to be going for in whatever my next CK2 campaign is after the Reconquista is done. But because of the nature of the achievement, I'm going to also be going for some other achievement, which I'm trying to decide on what it is at the same time. So that way I can kind of have two goals that I'm going for at the same time besides just breeding. Plus, I'm also trying to figure out exactly what I feel is going to be the best starting location, starting time period to go for the Histories in My Blood achievement, where I have to have 5 historical bloodlines in my character. I think that's going to be a really fun one. Another one that's been a long-term goal of mine is the one who brings benefit. That's basically recreate the Persian Empire as a Zoroastrian in CK2. And there's a couple of other CK2 achievements I want to do down the line. Coming back to Hearts of Iron, we've got Equestria at War, the Darkwing Stalingrad, and the Sinister Stalingrad campaigns. I did promise also a long time ago that I wanted to one day do all 3 of Stalingrad's paths because my general is in Stalingrad, Victor Historia. Go check him out. Skill level 1 bearer of artillery. He's freaking awesome. Make him your field marshal. But I also would like to do a couple of shorter campaigns, like for example the Alenia campaign. That's where you're the deer people and you fight off the changelings. I haven't decided which path I want to do on that in the future. Chrysalis invading Equestria. You know, I don't know what it is. Some people on the Equestria at War Discord probably know this, but I just struggle so much for some reason with beating Equestria as the changelings. I've done other things in other Hearts of Iron 4 mods, or even done challenges in Equestria at War that I personally think on paper are harder than beating Equestria as the changelings, but there's something about them that I feel like I'm missing something. I can never seem to beat them. So this is a goal of mine that I want to one day have video footage of me beating it. But let's talk about some non-Paradox games that I want to bring onto the channel. Battle for Westnoth is a turn-based hexagon board game. Well, it's not really a board game, it's in the computer, but this was a campaign that I started some time ago. I was playing the Two Brothers, which is I think the shortest campaign in that game, and it's a fun little strategy game, very, very fun turn-based game. I personally like it. And I want to finish up that Two Brothers campaign, which I never did, and then I want to move on to another one. Now, you see, maybe a longer campaign. Now, the thing that's always had me kind of kept away from doing longer campaigns in Battle for Westnoth is I really hated the randomization factor as far as sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss, because sometimes you can have all the odds stacked in your favor, like 95% chance you're going to kill something, and then you don't, and it comes back to bite you, and then like you're adding up the numbers and it doesn't seem to make sense. So I found a no randomization mod, so now it's much more skill based, I think, and things are always going to hit at a proportional level. And it has made Battle for Westnoth so much more fun for me and less frustrating because it's a really super fun, comfy game. Go check out the 2 episodes I have up on the channel if you haven't already. What I'm saying is I want to bring more of this. Now, another campaign, another game that I want to get on the channel, which I've wanted to do almost as long as I've had a YouTube channel, but I've always had trouble doing it, and basically what I've decided to do is I'm going to play this in 1080p. It's called Pharaoh and Cleopatra. It's a city builder game, and you're just going to have a little strip at the very top that says Pharaoh and Cleopatra. I'm sure nobody's going to mind it, and if they do, well, you know, I'm sorry, get over it. But it's a super fun city builder game that covers the entire history of ancient Egypt all the way up to and including Cleopatra. So it's a huge, enormous time period. It's the kind of game where if I started it on New Year's Day and I began to upload videos for it, and like I tried to find time to play it and then maybe edit out any slow bits, it could easily take the entire year, maybe more. I would not be surprised if that's how long it took for me to do the whole series. But it's super fun, and I would talk about Egypt a lot while I did it, and I would really hope people would enjoy that. I know I would. Anyway. We just talked about Russia and Kaiserreich. Another thing that's a goal, though this is not, of course, you know, these things are not necessarily Christmas time goals, but we're just going to see how fast I can knock out all these current series here so that I can start bringing some of these other things in, and maybe we can get them started before the new year. I want to bring Total War back to the channel. That was what this channel originally was made for. I'm not sure what that would be. I don't want to do Rome 2. Rome 2's just been... I'm not liking Rome 2. Although I want to, because there's some great time periods that it covers. But maybe I'll do some Attila, maybe I'll do some mods, maybe I'll do Medieval 2, or I'll do like Third Age, or who knows what. I don't know, but I want to, in some sort of capacity, bring Total War back to the channel at some point. I'm also looking into some non-Paradox Interactive Grand Strategy series. I'm not talking about like Age of Civilizations 2. These are some other games that I've been looking into for a little while, but of course, you know, with their grand strategy, I have to learn them again, you know, a whole new set of mechanics and stuff, because they use a different sort of engine than Paradox Interactive does, but they cover different time periods as well, so I think they could be really, really fun. I already talked about Hearts of Iron 4, Kaiserreich, and then maybe some other Space 4X games. While we're on the subject of Space 4X, the Stellaris Custom Civs, I'm still not sure how many custom civs I'm gonna make. It's probably gonna be at least 16. I might stop there. Maybe I'll make more. I think I've got 13 videos uploaded. Well, either they might not all have gone public yet, but I've got 13 of them uploaded, and this is all going to lead to a big observation game where I'm really debating, and I'm probably going to put a poll up in my community tab at some point. So please be checking out the community tab, especially if you're interested in the Stellaris thing. But it's going to be a big galactic free-for-all, and so what I'm basically deciding is, do I want to do one where I just turn off the user interface, hit fastest speed, and let my computer run overnight while I record it, and then we'll just see who wins? Or do I want to, and this would take much, much longer, do I want to maybe edit in, you know, making comments along the way saying how it's playing out, you know, who's forming federations, who's at war with who, if crises are happening, like if people who vote on the Stellaris stuff end up deciding, yeah, have Final Crisis be in there, like, are the Unbidden just going to come in and kill everybody, or are people going to band together? Who knows? But again, this is going to lead to something that's at the end of the video, which I guess actually we'll just talk about now. But like, I don't think we're going to be seeing any Stellaris Let's Plays from me for a very, very long time. Probably never, actually. Yeah, in fact, I feel pretty confident saying that. I'm not going to be doing Stellaris Let's Plays for the channel anymore, except maybe in a live stream, but even then I wouldn't hold my breath because I don't do very many live streams. Hold your breath. Because it has been made extremely clear to me in campaign after campaign after campaign after campaign of Stellaris that I put up that people are simply not interested in watching a Let's Play of Stellaris. And you know what? I can totally understand that, because I think Stellaris is an interesting and fun game, but it can be very slow, so it's not fun to watch. Okay. So let's come down here to this stuff. A live stream I want to do. So I've been thinking about things I want to do in the new year, and I would really like, if possible, I was thinking about getting an SSD for my games, you know, the games that I play for the channel. Here's the thing, though. If I got an SSD, and I'm talking about like a 1 terabyte SSD or something, which I was like, if I just picked up any old brand, it probably would average out to about $150. Depends on where I bought it from, depending on what brand it was and things like that. But it would strictly be for the YouTube channel. I don't need an SSD for anything else I use my PC for. I could use my hard drive just fine. But if I was able to get a big SSD, that means that I can move things that I don't like stuff that's on a hard drive, like games I have on my hard drive. I could move over to the SSD so that they're gonna, you know, be better, and also things like my editing software. Just move a ton of stuff over to that. Like, I have an SSD right now. This is a solid state drive, by the way, if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about. But I basically only have, like, you know, my operating system and a few other small things on, a few other things on there, because it's very small. So I was thinking about getting a big one so I can put all my games on there. But like I said, that would only be for the channel. So I was trying to ask myself, because I try to be a little bit financially responsible, you know? Like, this isn't my full-time job. I'm not going to depend on YouTube for my only source of income, you know? Anyway, getting off track here. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to do some live streams where I do fundraising for the SSD, because how interested people were in that, how many people wanted me to have an SSD so the games can run better, so that I could edit stuff, so I could just get a lot of stuff done faster, would tell me how important it is to them. So like if I did a live stream in like 4 hours, I only got $10, okay, nobody cares about me getting one, and that's fine. I just won't get one. But if I hold the live stream and then everybody says, okay, yeah, I do want you to get that, here's $10, whatever, or $5, $2, whatever, you know, it all adds up, and I get the 150 or however much it ends up I need. I'll have a specific goal in mind when I do the live stream. Then I can pick that up. So look out for when that is. It's probably going to have to be during the week, because even though I'm out of school, there are other obligations and things like that. There's other things I got to work on, and so keep an eye out for that, and please let me know in the comments what you think I should do for people who donate. So like, let's say, and I don't even know what games I'm going to play, but like, let's say I was playing Hearts of Iron. Whenever you donate, I will name an army after you, or a ship after you, or a front after you. You just tell me. But if I'm doing like CK2, well, then I'll name my next heir after you, and things like that. And just these were just a couple ideas I thought of like 2 minutes before. Like, I didn't think of them 2 minutes before, but I just jotted them down here real quick right before I started recording this. So let me know what you think about a live stream for an SSD and stuff. It'll probably be, if I had to say, that it might be the week of the... I think Saturday's the 15th. Hold on a sec. It would probably be, yeah, 17th through the 21st during the day. We'll have to see. But let me know what you think about that. And one final note, I want to come back to doing Kaiserreich guides. I know that I haven't done them. I know that that's basically my signature, you know, doing guides. But I've just got so much, and I have to cut this down. Like, look at this. I've got 5 Kaiserreich campaigns going on. 6 if you count Moereich. It's way too much, and I need to cut that down before I do anything else. Or any of this, you know. So that's just the state of the channel. Let me know in the comments if you have questions, and I'll try to answer them when I see them. So thanks for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all around. Glad finals are over. Bye.